My name is Charlie Kirk. I run the largest pro-American student organization in the country, Turning Point USA, fighting for the future of our republic.
The assassination of conservative firebrand Charlie Kirk has ignited a political storm.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America?
What began as a fatal shooting on a college campus is now a case loaded with political, digital, and legal complications, involving online radicalization claims, firearm access, FBI scrutiny, and a grieving widow's public vow. Donald Trump has squarely blamed the political left for radicalizing Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old accused of killing Charlie Kirk. Trump said Robinson was a bright student from a good home who changed over a short period of time, allegedly influenced by leftist content online. Trump told reporters that Robinson was radicalized over the internet and accused social media platforms of shielding extremist groups from scrutiny.
I don't know. I mean, I can tell you he didn't work alone on the internet, because it seems that he became radicalized on the internet. That's just by watching same things that you're watching and hearing. It looks like he became radicalized over the internet. And it seems like he has wonderful parents, brought in a wonderful neighborhood, smart guy, great boards, great marks, great student. And then something happened to him over a fairly short period of time. It looks like he was radicalized over the internet, and it's radicalized on the left. He's a left. I have a lot of problems with the left, and they get protected, and they shouldn't be protected. But as you understand, I think very well from the tone of your question. Thank you very much.
Trump confirmed he would attend Kirk's funeral and called the late activist unbelievable, crediting him for getting the Trump campaign onto TikTok. The FBI has focused on Robinson's digital footprint. Officials say he tracked Kirk's public appearances, studied maps of Utah Valley University, and discussed his intentions in online messages before the attack. Robinson is accused of shooting Kirk from a rooftop while he was speaking at an outdoor event. Robinson used a Mauser 98 rifle wrapped in a towel later found with his DNA on it. He fled the scene and was arrested after his father identified him from FBI-released images and convinced him to surrender. Investigators found a destroyed handwritten note and a digital message referencing his plan to take out Kirk. Utah Governor Spencer Cox has said that Robinson held a leftist ideology. He added that Robinson had distanced himself politically from his Republican family and had spent years immersed in gaming forums and message boards described as the deep dark internet. Robinson was also in a romantic relationship with a partner who was transitioning, which Cox confirmed during an interview. Authorities have stated clearly that the partner is not a suspect and has cooperated fully. Investigators are still reviewing the motive and whether Robinson acted alone. Some eyewitnesses at the university reported confusion and said it appeared he may have received help escaping, though only one person was briefly detained and later released.
I've been as angry as I have ever been, as sad as I have ever been. And it was, as anger pushed me to the brink, it was actually Charlie's words that pulled me back. I'd like to share some of those. And specifically right now, if I could, I need to talk to the young people in our state, in my state, and all across the country. As President Trump reminded me, he said, you know who really loved Charlie? The youths. And he's right. Young people loved Charlie, and young people hated Charlie. And Charlie went into those places anyway. And these are the words that have helped me. Charlie said, when people stop talking, that's when you get violence. It is also much bigger than an attack on an individual. It is an attack on all of us. It is an attack on the American experiment. It is an attack on our ideals.
The weapon used in the assassination was a Mauser 98 rifle with a mounted scope, a bolt-action military rifle known for its reliability. Robinson comes from a gun-familiar household. Childhood photos show him holding weapons during family outings. Investigators say procuring the rifle was not difficult given his background and access. Ballistics experts suggest he deliberately targeted the neck, potentially avoiding a bulletproof vest. Kash Patel, the current FBI director, is leading the investigation but is also under fire.
To my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
He faces a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing amid allegations of politically motivated firings within the FBI. Patel posted online about a subject in custody before Robinson was arrested, raising questions about procedural irregularities. Despite this, Trump praised Patel's role, and Republican lawmakers have backed his leadership, citing the rapid identification and arrest of the suspect. 3 former senior officials have sued the FBI for what they describe as illegal dismissals under Patel. The Bureau has not responded to the lawsuits. Vice President J.D. Vance and the Trump administration officials have escalated rhetoric, calling for dismantling groups that they claim fuel political violence. Stephen Miller, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, has vowed to use all federal resources to dismantle what he called extremist networks. No evidence has been made public to support these claims. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio has threatened to revoke U.S. visas of foreigners who glorify Kirk's assassination, saying such individuals are not welcome in America.
I admired all the stuff he said and did on campuses. I think he had an enormous influence on young people. Primarily, I think the most ironic part about all the Charlie Kirk situation and tragedy is he was actually one of the few people out there that was engaged. A lot of people go out and give speeches. He was actually engaged in back and forth. I felt very respectful debate with people that disagreed with him. He knew and invited people that disagreed with him, not just on college campuses, but on podcasts and interviews. He had people on his show. He would go on other people's shows. I think we actually need more of that dialogue and discourse. And so I think it's tragic and ironic at the same time that one of the few people out there that was engaged in that sort of debate back and forth on these topics, some of which are highly emotional and highly divisive, but nonetheless was verbally engaged. That's one of the voices that someone tried to go and silence through this horrible tragedy.
The State Department has instructed embassies to monitor social media accounts of visa applicants. Charlie Kirk was 31 years old. He leaves behind his wife Erica and 2 small children, a 3-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son. Erica Kirk, a former Miss Arizona USA and founder of multiple faith-based initiatives, broke her silence with a pointed message. She described herself as a widow on fire and vowed to carry forward her husband's work through Turning Point USA.
For all their work in these terrible days, to be the stability for our family and for the wider Turning Point USA family as well. My heart is with every one of my husband's employees who lost a friend and a mentor. I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show, who helped him broadcast from this studio, this channel.
The couple met in New York City in 2018, married in 2021, and were often seen together at conservative events and on podcasts. They never publicly shared the names or faces of their children, but Kirk often described his marriage and fatherhood as central to his values. As far as the investigation goes, Robinson remains in custody, facing multiple state and potential federal charges. Investigators are examining all digital devices seized from his apartment. More details may emerge soon when prosecutors are expected to file formal charges.
fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.